think I'm out on the Patriots this year.
Yeah.
So it's a 2-horse race, you know.
However, Jake, does it change your mind knowing we probably see Brian Hoyer next week?
He's still playing.
Oh,
Brian Hoyer. Hoyer!
Who do they play?
What a guy.
We got the Packers. We got to see Brian Hoyer. Oh, no. Let's go. We did.
Bring it up. We did it. Big Brian Hoyer fan.
You know, Brian Hoyer is kind of dangerous. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little
Brian
nervous.
Hoyer makes me nostalgic. It's one of those names that I'd like just saying. It's like last year when Colt McCoy came back, I was like suddenly playing 2K in the basement. Like I was like, oh, Colt McCoy. It's like when the McCown brothers used to play.
Yeah, I remember playing with Brian Hoyer on my 64. It was great.
Put on the poll. Is anything more nostalgic than hearing a backup QB's name?
That is true.
Like anytime someone says the name Charlie Whitehurst, it's like I'm opening up an old treasure trove, you know?
Every once in a while, there's a good old running back name that isn't really that long ago, but running backs disappear from like existence.
That's how I felt when I made the Steve Smith joke, to be fair, in the rundown.
I see him all the time in like NFL media stuff, so it's not as weird for me. But if someone mentions somebody like even Arian Foster, like where did he go?
Arian Foster is a great one. Okay, let's do this that quick. All right, ready? Top 3 each. NFL running backs that make you the most nostalgic.
Ooh, okay. I think Arian Foster is one. I'm gonna go with Ryan Matthews.
Oh, great pick. Great pick.
One T in his last name that always frustrated me. And then, Pierre Thomas. How about him?
what a pick. Pierre, bonjour, tis I. Pierre Thomas. He's a wide receiver, but I mean, count him. He's a running back? No way.
One of the running backs for the Saints. Probably in Mark Ingram's like 5th year or so.
Not even the first Pierre Thomas that comes up. This journalist pops up. Good for him.
Wow. Yeah.
Running back. You're right. Okay. Ready? Number 1, Jamal Charles.
Good. Very good.
2, LaShawn McCoy.
That doesn't hit for me since he was in the news literally yesterday, but I would understand.
Okay. And 3. Go ahead.
No, go 3, and then I just looked up the 2009 rushing leaders, and we'll just go down it because it's a good list.
Who's the I'm trying to Stewart from the Panthers. Can't think of his first name.
Oh, Jonathan Stewart. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he was like the hope in Carolina.
Right. 100%. Here's the top 4 rushing leaders from 2009. Chris Johnson. Great. Steven Jackson. That's a throwback. The dude could catch. Sneaky athletic. Number 3, Thomas Jones. Number 4, Maurice Jones-Drew. He's
MJD. Pocket Hercules.
Yeah, talk about like the saving grace for them. Ryan Grant from Green Bay is also towards the top. Jonathan Stewart, to your point, is top 10 here. Cedric Benson. Ben.
I was thinking of Ben. Ben came to mind.
I'm going to go a more recent year. Oh, how about this? Okay, 2016. Not that
Eddie Lacy. Fat Eddie Lacy.
Yeah, that athletic Eddie. 2016. I'm not going to go down all of them. First off, Jordan Howard was number 2 rusher in the league that year. Crazy. DeMarco Murray, Jay Ajayi, LeGarrette Blount is there. Lamar Miller is one that kind of hits for me.
Lamar Miller. I was like, who is the Steelers back?
No, he was never Steelers.
He was a Dolphins guy.
Yeah, Dolphins, and apparently Houston already at this point here. Oh, Isaiah Crowell. What a name. He doesn't exist for me anymore.
What a pull. That's a made up. Yeah. That's unbelievable.
How many? I don't know the answer yet. I'm gonna click. How many years do you think he was in the league?
4, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking 4. Let's see. I'm gonna guess it surprises us, but 4 sounds right.
You know what name should hit but doesn't for me? 5.
But his last season was with the Jets, so it doesn't really count.
You know name should hit but doesn't for me? Frank Gore should hit, but I feel like he's still playing in Indianapolis.
I think he might be. Yeah. He should be. I love me some Frank Gore. Do you think receivers have the same feel? I'm just going to go back to 2009. Do you think receivers? Actually, you know what? I got a great one for you. Okay, so
Andre Johnson.
Andre Johnson was a leader. That's not the one that I felt in my chest. Andre Johnson was number 1. Wes Welker was number 2. Number 3.
I felt in my chest.
Yeah, number 3. This is what I felt. Miles Austin.
What a name. Miles Austin. Hines Ward makes me like smell turf. Yeah.
He's here. Oh my God, another great one. He was Mike Evans before Mike Evans. Vincent Jackson.
He was absolutely Mike Evans before Mike Evans. That's a great one.
We should have a show where we just name names and just.
I know why Pierre Thomas came to mind, because my brain went Pierre Garçon.
Oh, also very good. I think about Union alum, if I remember right.
I think so. Can we have a show where we just name names and feel nice? Yeah.
Put us on ESPN. That's all we'll do. 30 minutes every day. We'll just go down the list.
Dude, when we get to fullbacks, we're going to need someone to pull us off.
Does it? It shouldn't surprise me, I guess. It surprises me to see Donald Driver's name on a list. For 2009, I feel like he was retired already by then.
It's true. No. It's weird to see him on a list that's not best Dancing with the Stars contestants of all time at this point. Yeah.
Dallas Clark was a tight end. He had over 1,000 yards in 2009.
Dallas Clark at tight end is awesome. Ooh. Heath Miller.
Another one. Roddy White. Remember Roddy?
Remember when Julio Jones was the Robin to Roddy's Batman?
It was a massive debate. Who's better, Roddy White or Julio Jones? And most people picked Roddy White.
You know what name isn't gone that long but makes me feel that way? AJ Green.
He's still playing.
In the arms of an angel, fly away, AJ Green.
You probably caught 3 for 34 for the Cardinals this past week.
I was gonna wonder, is he still playing for the Cardinals? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Like what he got. It was something like that, probably. It just seems like a AJ Green 2022 stat line. Why can't I? Oh, there's the game. I couldn't find where the fuck.
Defensive players who make me feel that way. Was it Beeson for the Panthers? The linebacker.
I don't know.
Not Kuechly, though that does ring a bell.
Davis.
No.
Oh, by the way, AJ Green catchless this week. So fair point. He had 2 targets, but no catches.
John Beeson.
Okay.
Captain for a long time. Zach, give me a second while I look this guy's up, because this is gonna. Yeah.
I'm looking at John Beeson, number 4 for 2009 tackles. Top 2 tacklers in 2009. Jake, Patrick Willis, great one. London Fletcher.
Ooh, I thought you were gonna say Takeo Spikes.
No, how could I forget that neck? I think it every other day.
Speaking of neck sack, you know who came to mind?
Who?
Rookie of the year, one and done, Chris Borland.
Chris Borland's good. Very good. Wisconsin legend.
Eric Weddle just played last year, but it feels like he's been gone a long time. I feel like I went to Eric Weddle's funeral.
Me too. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie.
Revis
is good.
Dwight Freeney.
Yeah, for sure. Brent Grimes. He was like 5'5" as a corner, but it's so good.
So good. Mike Tolbert.
Mike Tolbert, dude. A bowling ball out there.
Oh, he played with Stewart.
He
Carolina.
did. One too much. Ooh, sack leader from 2009. Elvis Dumerville.
What a name.
Remember
that was your Broncos, by the way.
Hell yeah. And remember, he was traded to the Ravens or something. And because the paperwork didn't get in on time, the Broncos couldn't get him back or something. So he went to the Ravens.
Dude, you know who his quarterback was?
Who's that?
Plummer.
Jake the Snake. The dude, I just tweeted about him Thursday. I said Mitch Trubisky's got a lot of Jake Plummer in him.
Zach, I don't want to talk about any more football games this week. I don't think we talked about 2 games, but I just want to say names over and over again.
I'm fine with that. I like it. Jake Plummer couldn't hit anything in a clean pocket. But if you get him on the run, the dude hits dots.
He could throw a strawberry through a battleship. He could absolutely. He's got that kind of arm strength.
For sure. Here's another linebacker for you. Brian Arakpo. Remember when he was everywhere?
Literally everywhere.
Yeah.
He was everywhere. Remember when Ryan Shazier had a back?
Remember when he could walk? That was insane.
I wasn't going to go that far. He's a legend. He's so good.
Yeah, love Ryan Shazier. Let me do that thing now. Love him. Legend. Yeah.
Yeah, love of legend. Other guys I'm trying to think of quarterbacks that are going to make me feel that way. Oh, got one. Chad Pennington.
Yes.
Miami's hope.
And the Jets. Didn't he do a Wombo combo? He was there too.
Yeah.
I just clicked a random year, 2008 passing leaders. Chad Pennington, right there, number 9. Very good passing leader. Above him, Jake, 2 quarterbacks right above him. Donovan McNabb, then Matt Castle.
Okay, Donovan McNabb doesn't make me feel that way until I remember Castle. Washington Donovan McNabb makes me feel that way.
Sure. This was
same with someone mentioned on something I was watching, Eagles Michael Vick, and that like took me to a time and place. Like I was like, oh.
Okay. I don't remember this. 2008 passing leaders. Not very high on the list, but he is ranked number 29, 13 games, passed for 1,900 yards, 8 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Your quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
What?
Yeah. Yep. And by the way, Jake, number 19 quarterback, just above Joe Flacco, Kyle Orton.
I was just thinking of Kyle Orton. Because I was going, who was the Beavis to Tim Tebow's butthead? I was like, who was the guy that they like left in for 3 quarters till it was Tebow time, and it was Kyle Orton.
Yeah, buddy. So good. So good.
Mark Sanchez kind of makes me get a little. People don't remember, like, Butt Fumble was funny. It is funnier now to remember AFC Championship game Mark Sanchez.
Yeah. For sure. Number 2 rusher in 2008, Michael Turner.
Was that a Falcons guy? Who did he play for?
I think he always played for the Falcons. Yeah. Good player.
Wow, we're getting into a Mod Green territory.
By the way, he played for the Chargers for 4 years, so that's my bad. But yeah. Also, D'Angelo Williams. He was another one of those running backs in the Carolina backfield with Jonathan Stewart and Mike Tolbert.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to look up Browns quarterbacks and see which ones give me the shivers.
Which ones you remember they existed. I was watching a little bit earlier an old Giants versus Cowboys game, and I saw Brandon Jacobs run the ball. That's a guy I haven't thought about in a
Dude, remember the Barber twins?
while. Rodney and Tiki. Hell yeah.
Any member of the Gruden Buccaneers will do that.
True. Especially Brad Johnson.
Oh, Brad Johnson. Okay, let's see. First Cleveland quarterback that came up, Otto Graham. How's he make you feel? Does he give you a little tingle?
I remember him. How do you feel about TJ Houshmandzadeh?
Love me some TJ. TJ Houshmandzadeh is when I was still rooting for the Steelers. He was, yeah. Zach, are you ready for this? You're going to help me out. You're going to help me get this, okay?
Okay.
What was the name of the wide receiver for the Steelers who every once in a while threw a dime?
Oh, Antoine Randall.
Antoine Randall. They had one play queued up for Antoine Randall.
I think he might be a Lions coach.
Hope so.
Maybe.
Okay, ready for some names that played for the Browns?
Yeah.
All right, these 4 played in 1 year, and 2 of them make me feel something. Okay, ready?
Okay.
Derek Anderson, Brady Quinn, for
Brady.
sure, Ken Dorsey, and Bruce Gradkowski.
Gradkowski? Great name. Great name.
Yeah.
Wish he was a fullback, though.
And then, Zach, Jake Delhomme in 2010 for the Browns behind Colt McCoy, of course.
Colt, yeah. Obviously, he was the starter.
Then the next year, the real chosen one, Zach, Brandon Whedon.
The oldest rookie of all time.
And then our boy Brian Hoyer.
Good.
Then Johnny Manziel shows up along with Josh McCown, Zach.
Oh, time we got a shot.
RG3 was a Brown. Don't remember that.
Really?
Sean Kaiser.
Yeah.
Yeah, RG3 was a Brown in 2016. He was battling it out with Cody Kessler.
Cody Kessler, by the way, also projected to be very good. How'd that work?
What names? What a fun game. Who's the white guy who took over for Tyrod Taylor? Peterman.
Where? Baker Mayfield?
No, Peterman.
Oh, Nate Peterman.
Nate Peterman, the guy who beat him out in Buffalo when he was clearly not as good.
Still in the league. I think he's a current backup for the Bears.
Wow.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield. Yeah, I mean, there's a few. Davis Mills. Yeah, there's a couple, I suppose.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah. Yeah. Tyrod's lungs. Yeah. That's what makes me feel nostalgic. All right, Zach, we're going to say one more name, and then I got a different nostalgia thing we could do.
Ooh, okay. We'll pick one more name each because I got one that's really not that long ago, but he makes me feel a certain way.
Okay, go ahead.
Peyton Barber.
Oh, why does he feel like he played 2 centuries ago?
I don't know. I'm looking at 2018, and I think he played in like 2019 too.
Got one.
Okay.
Owen Daniels.
Oh, yes. Greatest tight end from Wisconsin history.
When Wisconsin was a tight end factory, quote unquote, and it was mainly just Owen Daniels.
Yeah, only. And Garrett Graham for a second too.